What's going on, people? Myself, Viz, Chams, Posty in the building. Yeah. We are Not For The Radio, #1 talk platform in UK music right now. Make sure you subscribe. So, the big fight is happening this Saturday.
December 10th.
Yeah. And we got one of the fighters that will be in the ring, in the building right now. Dereck Chisora.
Back. Welcome, bro. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.
All good. Give me the slide.
So I'll see you at the Skepta show.
Yeah.
Ali Pali, Apple Music and all that. Legendary moment. I always see you at them shows, man. What's going on? Like, you know, the Boy Better Know shows, like North London rappers.
It's like this, man. You know, I met Skepta about 6 years ago before he blew up, and he was just hanging out. And then after, it's like his brother came up with the brand Boy Better Know, and I started wearing that in my first debut fights, you know. Even when Skepta brought out the T-shirts Monster, I was wearing those in my fights and stuff like that. So I always like to support the local guys, and if anyone's doing anything, I like to support. And then Skepta just blew up.
Okay. Yeah, no, the first time I met you was at Microphone Champion launch party.
Yeah,
remember that? It was in the ring.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. It was in the ring.
That was in my gym.
In your gym, yeah.
And then Skepta had a little spar. He had a little fight in the ring.
What's he like as a fighter? Would you say?
It was good. I got it on my Facebook, so it's still up there.
All right, people can go check that out. Also, go check out Skepta's performance at Ali Pali on Apple Music. All right, so the big fight, you're fighting Dillian, the body snatcher.
Yeah.
On Saturday, Dillian Whyte. Do you know what, right? I've got to say, this is the calmest I've seen. I interviewed you around the David Hay fight, and you was a different beast at that moment. Like, you was just, I was scared to interview you, because I was like, rah. You know what I mean? What's going to happen if I say the wrong thing? But this time around, you seem a bit calm. You seem really calm.
I think it's more scary like this, actually.
Yeah, he's too calm.
Nah, it's not that though. It's just, listen, the fight is already sold. You know, we sold so many tickets. You know, AJ's on the fight. There's lots of young fighters on there. Frank Buglioni. You know, he's one of the Smith brothers is on the fight. So it's sold out, especially in Manchester. You know, like up north, they like boxing fanatics, basically. You know, football and boxing, that's what they breathe up there. So it's a great platform for me and Dillian to be on in Manchester. I never boxed in this arena as well, and Dillian's never boxed there. So for me, as you guys saying I'm calm, I am calm actually right now. But it only takes a little switch and the sun is back on. And you never know. But right now, I'm in a good place.
So let's talk about like the hostility actually coming through the fight. Obviously, when you're watching boxing, you know, sometimes the opponents don't necessarily mind each other. It's a business. They have to box. The winner takes it home. But just kind of seeing all the press between you guys and what's been happening over the last year or so, it seems kind of real, like you actually don't like him.
It's like this, man. Boxing is about playing chess. You know, I've lost 6 fights. And then most people have told me, no, I'll just retire. And I'm like, what should I retire for? I can still fight. And I lost my fight in Germany about 5 months ago. And the only gateway for me to come back to be at the top was to fight Dillian Whyte. He's got what I want. He's got the points for the rankings, and that's what I want. And then on top of that, he's a stupid man for taking the fight, because really and truly, he don't have to fight me. He can do another direct route and still box for a world title and go fight for a world title. But his stupidity, basically, and his no knowledge of the game, he's going to fight me. Do you understand? So that's just why I was pushing for the fight. That's why I was insulting the guy so he can take the fight.
Oh, so it's not like, so you don't, it's not a case of that you don't necessarily not like him. Obviously, you're just doing what you can to get the fight.
Doing what I can to get the fight.
So after this, you guys, you're going to shake hands and go home?
Nah, I reckon you don't like each other. Sorry to interrupt, and I don't even know if I should say this. It might get cut out, but you two, I say you've been calm, but something's happened.
I personally, hold on, it's like this, man. Do I like the guy? Do I wish badness on him? No. But if it's gonna be on, it's on. That's simple as. That's how I do it. And it's just a point of like, you know what? He's got what I want, and I want it. And there's only one way when somebody's got something you want. He's got something you want, and there's only one way you go and go get it.
So what's his thing with you then? Because for you, okay, it's strategic for you, but for him, you know, when I was watching when you guys were doing the press, he was saying some really like low blows to you. Like he was talking about a situation with your wife, your dog, some stuff that could have kind of conjured up some real emotions. Like why? What is his thing with you, and why is he fighting?
Listen,
outside
my
of his
dog
box?
got killed, you know why, and then something happened in Instacart 4 or 5 years ago with my ex-girlfriend. But you know, that's how stupid the guy is. He keeps bringing that up, you know, saying he's gonna beat me up, send me to my dog to heaven, you know, stupid things like that. I don't wish badness on him like that. But if I have to destroy him and murder him in the ring, I can. I have got the power to do that. And that was not a low blow for me, to be honest with you. I was just like, it was just like water on the duck's backside, basically. I didn't really care about that, you know.
But it has got out of hand between you two at some stages prior to the fight happening. So obviously you guys filmed the Sky Sports thing. A little birdie told me that kind of got out of hand. There were some punches thrown there. I also heard one time through one of the interviews that Dillian had actually told you something in a changing room after a fight or something like that.
Yeah,
And
you
then-
know, it's like this, man. You know, when he was fighting AJ, you know, I said he's gonna get knocked out in the first round. He didn't like that.
Well, you actually told him that, or you said
No,
it?
I said it on
interview?
Sky Sports, you know,
Yeah.
live. And I was like, yeah, he's gonna get knocked out in the first round because AJ is my next door neighbor, so we live in the same neighborhood, you know. And he got upset about that when I went to see him out to fight because I don't even want to talk to you. Get out of my dressing room. I was like, I left anyway. And then next morning, I had him basically talking crap, saying, oh yeah, Dereck Chisora came in my dressing room. I chased him out. I was like, oh, okay, he chased me out. You know, I'm like, hold on, he didn't chase me out. He just told me to get out, so I get out. That's his dressing room, so I left.
Did you not say nothing?
Money not saying nothing. I was going to say, you know, great fight, you know, leave to fight another day. And then after that, I just done an interview, a big interview. Just 2 words I said.
Yeah, let's talk about, what happened with the Sky Sports interview? Or the Sky interview, it was on the Sky platform. What happened?
I told him I never lost a street fight since I was 9 years old.
And then what happened?
And then the man had to put it on him.
So what happened? Like, what happened? You got separated?
I spilled water on him. He got up, he picked up a glass, he chucked the glass. He missed with a glass like a dumb fool he is. And then I stepped back, he comes in, I head by him, he dropped on the floor.
So that brawl, you've already had a brawl. Who got the upper hand in that brawl, would you say?
Mate, I put it this way, I was not on the floor. He was on the floor.
Oh, so this is actually footage that's not coming out.
Yeah, it's things happen. You know, it happens when 2 men are in a room and they're about to fight. So it don't matter who you are, man. It's just, things go off.
In researching to speak to you, I don't watch boxing usually. It really goes off in the press conferences. You guys are like, you're almost like a raging bull. It's like my worst nightmare in a rave. And I saw that you were speaking about an experience that you had when you back in the day when you was working security in Wembley. And you said that the guy had come back with a gun. And that's what, you know, it was something you were speaking about. But though, you see the way it's like 1 minute everyone's calm and then everyone's kind of backing towards the corner. Worst nightmare.
That was one of my worst nightmare when I was working at Tuna Rose in Wembley. Yeah,
Tell us about that.
That was crazy, man. So basically, we're doing it's a Saturday night, normal Jamaican night out. You know, this big DJs come from Jamaica. So queue is long anyway, and then so this brother comes now. We're like, oh, you can't come in, and then so we search him up, say you can't come in, and then something happened, and then the head of security told him you can't come in. He goes, all right, fine, and then he's walking off. He goes, so his pride is wounded, and he goes, soon come. So we're like, you know what? We're like, whatever, man, nothing's gonna happen. So I'm like, you know what? So I'm like, I pull off the barrier, I look on the side, I don't see nobody, you know, everybody's in a rave now partying it off. And I'm like, let me check again. So I checked. I see this black brother coming with an AK, yeah. You don't understand. I turned around to the corner, I was doing slow motion, basically. Yeah, and then I started running. And so all the security on the door now, they're like, what are you running for? I'm like, he's got a gun.
Felt like slow motion.
Slow motion, you understand? My legs were not going anywhere. My legs were not going anywhere. And then, so there's a big security guy called Tiny. He's the head. He's the guy who was employing me at that time. He's fat. And we call him Tiny. He's fat. He's big. When that brother come around the corner with that gun, I think I had a head start for about 3 seconds, yeah. Tiny went past me. That's how fast Tiny was running. Tiny went past me, and then we jumped over the train tracks to get away from the guy, and then the guy went in the rave. He's done whatever he did, and then he left. Then I jumped back, because listen, I quit. I'm not doing this anymore.
It's mad.
But
Just to get into a rave.
kind of seeing that, you know, and that you know the struggles as a security person, the fact that you guys are doing this like at these press conferences, and they're poor hearts, you know, because they're there and there's you two, and then you're saying I will shoot people in this instance in this press conference.
What? Which one was this? It's one of them.
That's what I mean. This is the calmest you've been.
Listen.
It was very erratic.
And some of the stuff, yeah, it's just, it happens because, you know, when you're upset at a moment, and that splits. This is why people commit murder, because they don't want to murder somebody. That split second, they do something very stupid, basically. And for me, those split seconds, that was very stupid of me saying I want to shoot somebody.
Do you think that you guys are kind of pushed to the limit? Because obviously, when you're doing you have to do this face-to-face thing. You're already angry with each other. You've been slaying each other in this press conference, and then you have to face each other for what seemed like a lifetime.
No, you see, it's just a point of, like, you know, some fighters just do look at each other and then step off and then go to their own business and stuff like that. But, you know, for like heavyweights, you know, like there's so much at stake. There's so much pride, and you have to put the fear in the other guy, you know. And this is what most people do.
Are you confident that you will be winning on Saturday?
Man, this guy hasn't got a chance in hell, to be honest with you.
So if in the event, touch wood, you don't lose because you're here, so touch wood, you do lose, are you going to continue on boxing, or do you think this is all or nothing for you?
Listen, I think every fight is all or nothing, to be honest with you. You know, it don't matter where you are, what you do, in everything in life is all or nothing. You know, it's like, you know, it's your first marriage and your second marriage don't go out. Are you going to stop getting married? No, you're going to carry on. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I believe that I love boxing, and I still train hard as I turn pro. It's only in the people's mind they believe that if you have lost 7 fights, you shouldn't carry on. Why should you not carry on? Do you understand? You know, it's like the same as Formula One. There's only 7 winners, you know, Lewis Hamilton, and the rest are not winning. Do they stop making cars or driving those cars? No, they shouldn't. So I will carry on until I'm 45.
I mean, you do all right for yourself. I mean, you sell tickets. You're a fighter that definitely sells tickets and stuff. What's this about kind of you not getting paid the same as Dylan for this? In terms of he's getting paid for TV or something like that, and you ain't getting paid.
But I didn't want TV.
Why?
Because I didn't want TV. You know, you see, it's like this, man. You can, you know, most fighters will say, you know, get TV. You know, there's fights you get TV, and there's fights you don't get TV. For this fight, I didn't want TV.
What does that mean? I
didn't want the TV rights. You know, I just told them, give me a straight amount of money. This is how much I want. That's it. And they said, And they came back and said, okay, fine. And I gave them the TV rights. So basically, if this fight don't sell, Dylan don't get paid.
It will sell, though, because you guys have been, the press has been,
Yeah.
like, I'm more looking forward to you guys fight, as I'm sure everyone is.
Yeah, but my point to you is, you know, when we say sell, yeah, for instance, let's say there's your pals. You're not going to sit at your house, watch the fight by yourself. You're going to get a group of your pals, like 10 or 12 brothers. You're going to go to one guy's house, watch the fight there. But where the money is now, if you buy the TV and you sit at home, watch with your family, and then he buys and sit at home and watches with his family, that's more numbers. But if people are buying in packs, like 10 people around the corner bought it in a pack by themselves, they're watching on one TV, that won't sell as much.
So you are really about your money. I've seen a lot of your conversations that you've had in your press conferences and stuff. You're talking about, you know, the money. I want to get paid right. I know how to get paid. Your mum's an accountant, and I think it was in 2012. You were saying that so far you'd been paid like 3.5 million. Is that right? Am I correct in quoting
know.
that? I
No,
think it was
you
a Telegraph interview.
Trying to keep it low pro.
I'm gonna get a text man knocking on my door.
Listen, that was
now.
almost as bad as when you said you had 100 in the boot.
Oh yeah, I had 100 in the boot.
And then he said, he said
It's about money. Boxing is about money. I think everything we do in life is about money. You know, if you're doing, you see, boxing is the only sport if you fight today and you lose, your money goes down. If you fight today and win, your money goes up. And what happens with these promoters, they don't want to pay nobody. They want to make the money for themselves. You know, it's like, tell me a promoter, right? If I come up with names of promoters one day, check it out. Promoters live a great lifestyle. But boxers, they've done the work, they've boxed, brought pleasure to people's lives and stuff like that. They don't have the money no more because
David Hay recently went at is it Eddie Hearn? How do you feel?
You know,
he's promoting your fight as well, right?
Yeah. Well, it's just a point of like, one of my status thing was George Foreman, what's his name? Like old school fighters I know. They're struggling now. They don't have money. Frank Bruno, all those fighters, they made money, but the promoters always took more than they had to take.
So what could you say to someone who's an upcoming fighter? Like, what's the main thing that you can say to them in terms of like making sure?
Do not ever sell yourself short. Tell them, this is how much I want. If you don't give it to me, the next week I'm going to go up with the price. It's a simple thing. A promoter can't roll up to the venue driving a better car than the boxer. No, it shouldn't be like that.
How long do you spend training for a fight?
6 weeks.
For something that has been, like this is one that could put you
6 weeks depends. It depends with your weight. If you want to make weight, if you want to be in great shape, you start early, and then you gradually build up blocks by blocks. Do
you feel like this fight? Does it feel like a North London versus South London fight?
It is 100%. It is.
He said it is thoroughly.
It is 100%. There ain't no doubt about it.
So that's what you were saying.
He's a king. He said he's the king of South. Great for him. I'm really, hey.
Are you the king of North?
Mate, I am the king of North, mate. It's
so
simple
it is confirmed.
Man.
This is South London.
Game of Thrones, king of the North. Okay. You don't see a king of the South in Game of Thrones, do you?
So you said you're going to win. But what kind of a fight can we expect? It's going to be a street fight, right? You guys are kind
Listen,
of
put it this way,
fighters.
man. All I'm saying to you is this fight is going to be amazing. I am looking forward to this fight. And I think everybody's looking forward to this fight.
What can we expect from you? Is this going to be like a 1 round thing? Is it going to be 10 rounds? Is this going to be a long
We're going to
fight?
drag him to... I know exactly how he's trained for this fight. He's gone to the sponsor scientists to make him a better athlete. And I've trained different ways for this fight. I've done old school.
You two have been friends once, though, innit? You guys were friends once. You used to train together and all that, no?
No, we never used to train together. We used to spar together. I used to help him. He used to help me. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that
Is
doesn't mean
that
together.
weird? Is that weird that you used to?
No,
do
it's
that?
not weird. It's not weird. It's not weird. It's just... It's
You say Anthony Joshua's your neighbour, yeah?
yeah.
Would you ever fight him?
What if everything is right? Yeah. If the money is right, man, the fights happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel like you'll build that animosity? Because it doesn't seem like you have any fame.
Well, with AJ, I'll build it. He knows I'll build it.
I'll build it.
That's crazy.
It's crazy to feel like you could have a friendship with someone
At any
because
time.
you know that like anything could get hurled at you at any stage, though. Because some of the stuff is crazy. Like, how could you say that to me? You're my neighbor. We've been friends.
Yeah, but this is fight talk. When it's fight time, it's fight time. To be honest with you, ain't no two ways about it.
Would you like to fight him?
Why this is gonna happen either way? I was offered to fight beginning of this year, and I turned it down.
Why did you turn it down?
The money was not right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't want a promoter to turn up in a bigger whip than yours.
Exactly.
Straight.
This is why this is why people keep asking themselves, what's the donkey about with the interview when they keep saying who's the donkey now? Yeah. Dillian boxed AJ, and Dillian got paid 250 grand. AJ walked away with 3 million. Do you understand? And they were both unbeaten fighters. So who is the donkey? Do you understand? So
Okay.
that's it.
Well, listen, Dylan's a good fighter. You know that. Is he a good? He's a good fighter.
Listen,
he's a good fighter.
I believe everybody who lace up gloves and go in the ring, yeah, they got something about them.
Okay.
Yeah, I never take that away from anybody. It can either be playing football or playing basketball or playing rugby. You know, as long you put your shoes on, you're going in the arena, or you're putting your gloves on, you're going in the ring, there's something about you. I will not take that away from him. I will not sit here and say, you know what, Dillian is a shit fighter. No. I will not sit here and say that. But what I'll say is, I'm a better athlete than Dillian. So basically, in other terms, basically, I can say he's a Honda and I'm the Mercedes.
Big statements, big statements, big statements.
What do you think of, just to touch off the subject a little bit, what do you think of McGregor just getting his boxing license?
Well, fair dues to the Irish guy. You know, I had his last interview, said he wants to own half of MMA. And I just laughed. I was like, he comes out, so he got paid $7 million US, and he was like, yes, I'm wrecking it in. But if he looks on the stock exchange, MMA is almost about 4.5 billion. And he's not even scraping bottom of the barrel by 7 million. Do you understand? So he's got his boxing license. Great for him. He needs to have 3 fights, standing up, wearing the right boots and wearing the shorts and the guard and the gloves, and see how he goes.
It's crazy. I think a lot of athletes may follow in suit, you know, with McGregor asking for shares in UFC and thing. You might get football players doing that and all sorts.
Good luck to them, because one thing I know, that they won't get that. You know, we can only ask.
Do you know what I thought when he said it, I thought he might stand a good chance. Because if he refuses to fight again,
chance in hell getting that. They don't care. It was McGregor.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning he can be broken hand in what?
Whatever the comparison is in athletics, like someone like Usain Bolt said the same thing. Like,
Mate, listen to me, man. Today there's another McGregor, and tomorrow there'll be another Tom Jerry somewhere out there, man.
I hear you.
Do you think he stands a chance against Mayweather?
No, man, listen, man. I don't know why people always say this for, man, but Mayweather's an athlete, man. When you go see Mayweather train, Mayweather don't train for about an hour. Mayweather trains for 3-4 hours, and he don't stop. He keeps going. You know, who's McGregor for?
Who's your ultimate fight?
Like, in what way?
Who would you like? What's it, the
Not on the
pinnacle? On the road, in the ring. Who would you like to fight most? Like, what would be like? Okay, you know what? I can just chill now, or is it just not about that at all?
It's not about that at all. To be honest with you, you know, for an example, I think David Haye boxed. Everybody wanted to box, and he tried to chill. He didn't chill. You know, something happened. You know, and now he's coming back again. And I believe in this.
Is he broke? Is he broke? I find it hard to believe.
I think he's done some bad investments, basically, and then kind of took him off track, and then this is what kind of what happened. You know, when you're an athlete, when people come to you and tell you invest your money in this, don't. Don't. Because you're an athlete, you don't know anything about investment. Don't.
The realest advice for young boxers right now.
Don't. Yeah, you know, is he broke? I do not know, but he wants to box, so he's coming back for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. We don't know.
Can it? I mean, is he going to win his next fight?
With Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. For now, for me, it's a hard fight to call, because everybody's saying David Haye is a more superior heavyweight. And then I look at it, David Haye hasn't boxed anybody since he boxed me, and he hasn't trained for anybody since he trained for me. So on the other hand, you know, Tony, you know, since he lost to what's his name to the Superman, he's come back. You know, he's stepped up. He's won all his fights, and Tony's confidence is high up right now, you know, and he's current the WBC, you know, cruiserweight, and for everybody right now, yeah, I for now, my money's on Tony, because David Haye has to go in the gym now and try and re-spark that light. You know, the get the eye of the tiger, the Rocky Balboa situation. You know, the Rumble in the jungle. Get it back on. You know, and at the same time, you can try and do that. He's gonna get injuries as well. Do you understand? So Tony's been in the ring for the last 2 years, just training, and David has been training, stop. So we'll see.
David's a good fighter. Just quickly, so that means if he's going to lose to Tony, you think he's got no chance against AJ, because that's obviously what he's gearing up for.
But that's what he's gearing up for, and he has to blow. What's his name? Tony out of the water.
But if Hay was to fight AJ today, you think he's got no chance then, basically?
Nah.
Okay.
Who do you reckon's been our most successful heavyweight? Like, who's your favorite heavyweight that's come out of Great Britain, would you say?
Lennox Lewis.
Okay.
Yeah. My buddy Lennox Lewis. You know, it's like this, man. You know, there's an era of Frank Bruno, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis. Those guys, you know, amazing. Gave us great fights, you know. And it don't matter. They entertained us, you know. You know, Joe Kawasaki, Ricky Hatton. Those guys were amazing athletes, amazing boxers. You know, at that period for about a year, we were expecting a great fight from so and so and so and so. And now, you know, we're expecting great fights from so and so and so and so. So, my money's on Lennox Lewis. You know, I believe Lennox Lewis was great.
You know who I feel like Prince Nassim gets slept on sometimes, obviously, even though he's not heavyweight champion, but Prince Nassim was like ahead of his time, like swag.
No, Nazim was Nazim. Listen, man, Nazim had his crowd, and he's done great for himself. You know, from a guy from a featherweight stepping up like four divisions and just destroying people. You know, you can't knock that out. So he done well. Carl Froch as well. So it's been great for boxing.
What about the Ben Eubanks fights? Who was you supporting in them days?
You know what? If I tell you this, man, your viewers probably laugh at me, man. I in them days, I was not watching boxing.
That's exactly what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you, how did you go from working security to being one of the best boxers in the country?
I was working security when I was in the amateurs, to be honest with you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So how did you get into boxing? Tell us about that.
Bro, mate,
AK was enough.
That AK was enough. I got up. So basically, my situation with boxing is more like you have to give a shout out to the Metropolitan police, because actually without the police I won't be a boxer. You know, they bought my first pair of boxing gloves, my first boxing boots, and that was it.
But you had a few altercations with the police.
Yeah, but at the same time I hated them, and sometimes I loved them.
But
so
now you appreciate.
I appreciate everything they've done for me, because to be honest with you, it might be in the wrong way, the wrong approach that we're doing, but it was alright. It was trying to just tell me, stay on this line, you'll be alright. You come over this line, I'm going to put you in prison. So
obviously it's an important time to kind of talk about the police in general, obviously the things that have been happening in the US, and then today, this evening, the Mark Duggan documentary comes out. What are your thoughts on those?
I personally believe that the police officers in Great Britain, they're much better than the ones in America. And it's like, in London, if you're misbehaving, you're going to get locked up. You know, if you're walking down the street and you're wearing a balaclava and you're holding a baseball bat, you're asking yourself to get pulled over or to get arrested, you know. In America, it's just like, in America, it's a situation that the old school police officers in America, they are old now, they're retiring now. Now they got young guys, like, who are just so scared of getting shot, they rather shoot first. This was happening. They're not getting the training what the old school used to get in America. Like, for instance, you come out of college in America, you don't have anything to do. You join the force. They give you a gun. They tell you when you pull over somebody, you point your gun straight away. That's what they do in America.
So what about all of the killings? Because we have some here as well. We have had quite a lot of killings from the police. What about those? You're saying that it's worse there. Obviously, we kind of documented a lot there.
It's like a situation like this. Where would you rather be, in America or here? I'd rather be here. Here you either get a taser, or you get pepper spray. In America, you get a bullet. What would you rather have?
We all know how you feel about bullets.
We can't blame you for that either. There is no blaming you for that.
You know?
Yeah, no, just joking.
Yeah, but it's just a situation of like, listen, the law is there, and law sometimes is there to be broken, but it depends what kind of luck you got.
Okay, yeah, I guess, you know.
You know, for instance, for like yourself, I know some viewers out there will be like, you know, F the police, yeah. But for instance, let's say someone goes to your mum's house, rob your mum's house.
No, it's on speed dial.
Who do you call? Are you going to call Jerome around the corner and say, yo, somebody just robbed my mum's house, come to my house? No, the first person you call is the police.
You need that crime reference number, boy.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to say is, even me, when I got robbed. My house, people done a rush job. Broke the window, run up there, took my laptop, took this and that, and run out.
You was in?
No, I was out shooting. You know? And then
Sounded mad.
and then I get a phone call, we've been robbed. They're like, forget about it. She goes, we've been robbed. And I'm like, have we been robbed? I goes, yeah, we've been robbed. I'm like, are you sure? But yeah. She phoned the insurance, you know, everything was done. But I called the police though. The police came, you know, and gave the police a cup of tea at my house. We hanged out. They're like, next time, you know, make sure you put bars on your doors and stuff like that. Next morning, I had people drilling, putting massive bars.
Okay, that's interesting. Interesting perspective on law and authority.
So we spoke about the heavyweights of the boxing world. The UK music scene has done wonders this year. Who are you really rooting for? We know you was at the Skepta's show. Who else do you think is amazing from the music scene?
I want to say this, yeah. You have to give a shout out to everybody out there, you know, Kano, Skepta, all these guys, because they actually doing it right, you know, gigs, you know. It's just like the UK grind right now, it is blowing up. You know, for Skepta, it's just gone off charts. You know, he's just gone on another level, and it's great to hear. You know, because you have to understand when I look at it, yeah, I look at it like I remember when Friday nights used to be one of those dodgy radio stations, and then I had to run upstairs on in Stonebridge and put a signal tower on top of the roof for people to get signals, and then suddenly you get people come drop the session.
So you did that?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Pirate radio station, you understand? So from UK Grand being played on Pirate, and then now being played on Kiss FM, you know, on Choice, on those places, and those places never used to give these brothers a chance, you know. And now, and what's more amazing, they put Afro beats on there now. I'm like, I tell you what, the first time I had Afro beats on was it on Choice? Was it Choice? Is he on Choice? Yeah.
Capital.
Now, yeah.
I'm like, what? I'm like, nah. You know, I was driving past. I was on Barclays Square. Yeah, right. I was like, what? No. I even phoned my boy. I'm like, they got Afro beats on the station. Because yeah, did you know that? I was like, no. I was like, you know, it's you see, this is what I'm trying to say. Music is amazing. It's amazing. It makes people connect. You know, Afro beats kicked off in Africa, especially Afro beats actually started off in Nigeria and then Ghana, and then everybody's like, what's this Afro beats going on? What is this? And then they saw everybody like loving it. They're like, you know what, we need to get on it. Even rappers are on Afrobeats now.
There you go.
Do you know what you're coming out to yet? What tune?
Yeah, I do old school rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
What tune you coming out to? Can you say yet?
I can't say yet.
Okay, cool.
But you're gonna love it either way. You even yourself, you'll love it.
Okay.
You're not a rock man, I know, but when you hear it, you'll be like, you know what?
Old school.
You just be tapping that leg, and you're like, you know what? This is cool.
Does it get you in the mood, or is it just part of the swag?
It's just, for me, it's not about getting in the mood, because to be honest, if you're not in the mood while you walk into the ring, you're never going to be in the mood, to be honest with you.
The answers are too blunt sometimes.
It's true.
Yeah, if you're not in the mood while you walk into the ring, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh shit!
Yeah, so it's just there to just entertain the fans. You have to put Because you have to understand, boxing fans are like proper old school guys. You know, they like to listen to some old school rhythms. You know, I was gonna try and get Skepta to come and play Shutdown for me, but I figured out, you know, you probably can't be probably busy anyway. But I decided to go with the old school rock band.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you think about the whole Stormzy and Dylan thing when it was going on? That's another thing with music and boxing, isn't it? How did you feel about all of that?
I think that Stormzy guy's a big guy, man. He will lay Dylan out, bro.
You reckon?
Oh yeah. Man, he's big. I've seen him. He's a big guy.
He is. He's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
I don't think it was ever gonna get to that, to be honest. But
And he's Nigerian, isn't he?
nah, he's Ghanaian. Come
He's
on.
Ghana.
Yeah, come on.
See that, boy?
Play nice.
Play nice, play nice.
No one wants to come out
Listen,
of their mouth.
it's a simple fact. You know, I think Dylan and you know, on the other hand, it done Dylan wonders for Storm to write a song about Dylan. You know, and on the other hand, Dylan got upset that he was like, oh, he's gonna get knocked out, blah 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 blah, and so he didn't like that.
No, that's good. I think it's good that obviously, like, especially knowing where we've all come from as like black kids or whatever, like to have like a top MC be having something with a top boxer or something, like for those two things to correlate, I think it makes it evident that it's a sick time. Do you know when I knew that it's a sick time? Yeah. When I'm watching all these like Sky Sports, like basically I'm thinking like back in the day when Sky Sports used to do boxing interviews and that, yeah. Like when the two boxers are disrespecting each other, they're just probably saying, "Oh, you're a mug. Yeah, you're a mug. See you in the ring," like whatever. They're keeping it quite PG, but like the disrespect levels these days are just mental. Like it's like uncut TV on TV. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like when I heard my man say, "I lent you my trousers" or something like that, I was like, "Bro,"
To AJ.
like on TV, you know, like
It's a simple fact, man.
it's just a bit mad.
The world is changing.
Yeah.
You know, people don't want the nice stuff anymore. You know, you win the lottery today, man, and then you donate 50 million to some charity. They put your story in the back page because people don't want to read that. People want to hear raids. People had a fight in Nighttown for over a pair of trainers, and once somebody lost his eye, they'll read that stuff. They'll buy newspapers for, and that's just what the world is about now. It's about violence, and we love violence.
It's talking of violence. So when you said that you've never lost a street fight, yeah.
And I'm not gonna start losing this.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make you start. I'm not. I can throw a punch, but I don't want to punch you because I don't want to get punched back. It's wild. I don't want to do it. Fizz don't want to be picking me up. Neither does Posty. So, like, do people try to
No.
to encourage this? No.
No, I don't. I when I leave my house, I don't live with a mentality of having a fight with somebody on the street. No, I am the first person to give somebody give directions or to answer right or not being rude. Or you want to park there, you go ahead, you park there. You want to get in.
But if I was cheeky to you, so you're in your car, I'm saying, "Oh, fuck off," whatever, and we're having a bit of to do. I'm not even me. I'm a guy.
It's a simple. I'll tell you an example. The other day, I left the Equinox gym, and I'm coming off Harrods, and then this guy in his car, yeah, I'm giving away to the ambulance. He can't see the ambulance. He's just beeping. He pulls out his finger and he gives me the middle finger. So I'm like, cool. And he keeps beeping now. He's driving. And so he thinks I'm a chauffeur driving an S-Class. So I'm like, so I can't just pull over because if I pull over, he's going to do a U-turn and either run me over. So driving. So I go in front of the bus. So he gets blocked by the bus now. He's stuck in the middle. So I jump out of my car now. Now he's fucked. And I knocked on the window. I was like, "Do we have a problem?" And he goes, "Oh." He didn't even open his window. He goes, no problem.
Is that just because he was scared of the approach? You're a big guy, or he knew who you was?
Even if he knew I was, man, listen, road rage, I love a road rage sometimes. You know, I'll tell you another story. One day I had a smart car. The smart car is called a Batmobile. It was blacked out, black windows.
You had a smart car?
Yeah, everything.
You must have been like Donkey Kong in there. You was really going for this donkey thing.
Yeah, I was in that. Trust me, that thing had space in it. And it had black windows. It was my car. If there was traffic, I'll take the smart car out. I'm in the bus lane. I'm on the pavement. Bicycle lane. I didn't care. I'll be on that. So one day I'm driving and I cut this guy off, yeah, and he gets so upset, yeah. He pulls over, he cuts me up now. And I don't even come out of my car because the black is all blacked out. So he comes to my window now. He's banging on my window. Yeah, he's going nuts. And I'm like, open the window. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, he looked at me, and then he ran back to his car. He drove off.
Wow. Okay. I don't blame him. I don't.
You don't blame him, do you?
Nah.
Yeah, but
And what about the ladies at the fight? You know, I have been to some fights with some of the girls doing ring girl stuff, and then there's loads of other ladies, and it's you know, it's quite tropical in there. You know, it looks pretty.
yeah, but I think listen, you know, another tropical place to where you get ladies, yeah, is a rugby match.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you go to a rugby match, but you don't get the same tropical ladies as a football match. But rugby match, you get very, very intelligent women.
There's better ladies at rugby match. I went to my first rugby match.
Better ladies.
Probably last year. And yeah, the level of women at a rugby match.
The level of women.
Is better than a football match.
I've never been to a rugby match.
You should.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
start going
Bro.
now. You're gonna be a season ticket
Trust me.
holder soon.
I second that. I
but
second that.
in boxing, yeah, the ladies come to boxing to watch fights, but they're all taken.
So how do you go? Well, outside of that, you know, a lot of girls, ladies like it rough and ready. They like guys who are, you know, fighters that are going to feel protected by. You know, how do you fight the ladies off? You know, well, when you're in a relationship.
By put a screw face on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, okay.
that works for me. I walk straight up, head up, don't even look, don't even flinch.
Wow, that would hurt.
That don't hurt.
Not you. It would hurt the ladies.
Have you seen my wife?
Well, there you go. There
Exactly.
She'll hurt them.
Yeah.
you go. So this is the best approach.
Screw face. That's it.
All right, man. Well, good luck on Saturday.
You don't need luck, do you? You got this,
Got this.
right?
Big up Dylan as well. Good luck.
Shout out
both
to
of
Dylan,
them.
man. Listen, all I'm saying to you viewers out there, the last great heavyweight fight was George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. And I'm going to beat that.
Wow.
What, tonight? I mean, sorry. Come mad. Saturday.
You watch on Saturday, you'll see.
But why do you think you're going to beat that? What, in terms of performance?
When I say I'm a better athlete than most of these heavyweights, and since I'm going back with my old trainer, we just clicked. You know, everything is great, everything is gelling, and
But in order to have an amazing fight, it has to take two of you to be great. So you must think that Dylan's amazing also.
Listen, he can be amazing, but I'll be a much better, amazing fella than him.
I commend that.
North London versus South London. Del Boy versus the Body Snatcher this Saturday. Thanks, bro.
Thank you very much for inviting
It's
me.
been great talking to you, man.
Thanks.
Not
Thank
for the
you very
radio
much.
now.
Thank you.
Subscribe.
Don't punch me.
Pleasure.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram, yeah?
Yeah.
You dig.
#NFTR.